Welcome, Taurus, to your energy reading for the month of August 2026. Of course, as always, take what makes sense for you and your story. If anything does connect, if you don't mind supporting with a like, comment, subscribe, it really does help me out as a new YouTuber. So thank you for your support and welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. I'm going to start out with some astrological cards for the overall energy. I'll move into the tarot and then pull some mindful messages for what source would like you to keep in mind for the month of August. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the overall energy for Taurus at this time. Okay, so we have Ceres. Sorry if I'm not saying this right, but this is talking about nurture. The scythe here is really speaking to me as well, and this card kind of speaking to me in regards to like letting go of what's not serving you. And maybe August is a time where you're finally reaping the harvest for all the time, energy, effort that you've put into yourself, your situation. It's, this bouquet speaks to me as well, saying like giving yourself flowers, buying yourself flowers. Maybe that's something that you've thought of doing. But I feel like this symbolizes just like appreciating yourself and nurturing yourself, as this card is talking about nurture. There's like a little rainbow in here as well, and there's like ties that are falling away of this in this bouquet. So I feel like you are being released from something around this time, maybe that has been struggling, especially with the scythe here. It's kind of like um, it's kind of like giving me Scorpio energy. So I don't know if you have Scorpio in your chart or dealing with one. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in astrology, Scorpio is your opposite sign. But I just feel like there's something about a transformation maybe that you have gone through in the month of July. Maybe check out your other zodiac sign reading that I did last for you, Taurus, because I feel like that will give you more clarity of what's been going on. But I feel with this card, it's very uplifting, restabilizing. I heard reassuring in my mind, so it's almost like the light at the end of the tunnel, where maybe you didn't feel like you were being appreciated, whether it's from other people or even by the universe, where there's just been a lot of cutting away, walking away, or even loss for some of you. And there's been a lot of intense changes, is what I feel as well. But it's kind of like, again, this bouquet of flowers is making me feel like everything is coming together beautifully. This card is also a 29 card, which adds down to 11 in numerology, which 11s represent new beginnings. So I feel like this month of August is going to be somewhat of a rebirth for you, or maybe that's something that you have gone through. I feel very called to read a little bit in this booklet here, just to get a little bit more information or messages, as I'm still learning on some of the astrology stuff. And Ceres is not something I'm like too familiar with, but this does say the challenge may be: do not mistake smothering, enabling, or infantilizing actions as signs of love. Once you release the object of your care, your life is not over. A new mystery begins. So interesting that the challenge really speaks to what I'm saying about this ending or loss or falling away of a person, place, thing, or even a version of yourself, Taurus. And that a new mystery begins. So maybe it's interesting because Scorpio rules the eighth house, and the eighth house in astrology does represent mystery, taboo, mysticism, things of this nature. So it's almost like this is also saying your life is not over. So even though there may be a lot of things that are over or no longer for you around this time in August, I feel like it's like asking you to get excited and nurture yourself, to be prepared for a new adventure, a new beginning, which is what this new mystery is talking about, beginning. The gift here says there is sacredness in your daily life. Loving, feeding, nurturing, gardening, and being in family, whether chosen or biological, are all part of a powerful spiritual path. The mother holds you. And I almost wanted to say the mother Gaia, which is like the earth, the spirit of earth, or even just like the mother universe, like the motherly, similar with this nurturing energy. It's like a divine feminine energy. So maybe you are stepping more into your divine feminine. We all have masculine and feminine energy, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. We all have different levels, obviously. Some of us are more masculine, some of us are more feminine. But I just feel like the gift here is nurturing yourself and integrating more of this divine feminine energy of being kind and easy on yourself, and also having clarity and emotional intelligence when it comes to seeing how these maybe big life changes that some of you have gone through, whether it's one thing or multiple things, is actually for your expansion and growth. And also that it's like, again, with this scythe energy and Virgo energy is coming through very strongly with the wheat here, Leo energy with the sunflowers. We are in Leo season as well. So this is a time to heal yourself and let go of what's not serving you so that you can step into your power, courage, and strength to follow what you are being guided to in this new mystery. So I don't know if some of you are reading mystery novels or books, or maybe reading is significant for some of you. That won't be for everybody. That's just kind of coming through right now, but definitely taking some time out for R&R, rest and relaxation, recuperation, and recognizing the beauty of where you are. It's like smelling the flowers where you are, not getting too caught up in the past or the future. I hope all that's making sense. But let's move into the tarot and just see in further detail what's going on for Taurus in August. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so we have awakening here with the Tower card. So this is a huge confirmation with what I'm saying, is that you've gone through some sort of transformations, some sort of big ending, a big uprooting of a part of your life. And again, this could be a person, place, thing. This could be mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It'll be different for everybody, but there is something that has happened suddenly, or maybe happening suddenly in August, where there is a newfound sense of clarity and perspective when it comes to what is not solid, what is not grounded, what is not healthy for you, especially even like within your daily lives, or your day-to-day life, I guess I should say, as it was saying in the guidebook with the astrology card, that it's like needing to, and that's actually a Virgo energy as well, taking care of yourself on the daily, making good choices, and realizing that like doing the same things over and over, expecting different results, is just going to keep you spinning. It can, as they say, drive you crazy. But not saying that you're crazy or anything, but maybe you even feel crazy around this time, considering this is a very intense card talking about awakening. So maybe you feel out of your element, or you being a fixed sign as well, which fixed energy or fixed signs in astrology are signs that are very they can be very stubborn or set in their ways. And Taurus, you can be pretty stubborn as well. I mean, we all have our stubborn streak, don't get me wrong. Not trying to just point you out by any means, but it's really just saying it may be a little bit more challenging or difficult to make these changes because they are so, they possibly are so ingrained with what you're accustomed to. But it's like the one constant is change, and maybe that's what's needed around this time, and that's what can be divinely guided as well, like divine intervention, that this is something that you don't expect or maybe are choosing, but it kind of feels like it could be happening to you, when in reality it's happening for you. You just may not fully see it yet, but maybe some of you do. This card is saying unexpected changes are shaking your foundation, clearing the way for growth. Though it feels chaotic, this is an opportunity to rebuild stronger. Trust that this awakening will bring clarity and deeper alignment with your purpose. So again, this is all happening for your best and highest good, and for this new beginning of like some sort of maybe spiritual calling for some of you. It doesn't have to be spiritual, but it just could be something that your soul is really calling you to. And because of what has not been, or because of what's not in alignment with that, those things, people, places, things, mindsets, habits, whatever it is, needs to fall away so that you can fully step into this new beginning, and not carrying any baggage from the past that would cause you to fall back into, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results again. So I hope that's making sense. But let's see what else is coming up for Taurus. Wow. So we have the Six of Pentacles, which is literally the Virgo energy I was talking about. This also has scales in it. So I'm picking up Libra energy for some of you. So you could have Libra in your chart, could be dealing with one, doesn't have to be. Again, the advice and guidance is to find rebalancing. Again, being able to nurture yourself, have this equal give and take, first and foremost within yourself, putting yourself first. It's kind of like I get that message that I say sometimes, like when you're on the airplane, they say to put on your oxygen mask first before you put on anyone else's, because you got to be able to have your stable and secure foundation in your own life in order to be able to be like I almost wanted to say guiding light to others, but being able to be generous with your time, energy, attention, resources, whatever it is, within generosity to give to others. So it's like just be mindful around this time of maybe intense change or challenge to be honest with yourself when it's time to be by yourself, to have solitude and peace and privacy. And maybe people won't fully understand because again, these are changes you're going through, and that could obviously affect other people because you're changing and changing the way that you're living your life, how you're expressing yourself, or again, even in like relationships, maybe there's a change in like your family group, your friend group, maybe even your work group, because this is Pentacles energy, which is earth, finances, resources, abundance, things like this. I don't know if some of you may be changing jobs as well. That could be something that happens in August, or that you consider in August if things are out of balance in any way, as far as like the equal give and take message. This does say a balance of giving and receiving is key. Share your resources generously, knowing they will return in abundance. Acts of kindness create harmony and strengthen connections. So it's, what I feel with this too, it's like the people that are truly for you and love you and want to nurture and support you in this transition or big change in your life in some way, like they're going to respect your privacy. They're going to respect your need maybe for space, or even if it's not like having space or like separation or anything like that. It could just be people who are available to nurture you around this time that are coming through, especially in August, where maybe people will be able to kind of like be people or energies that you can lean on, especially if you are feeling rocky or out of balance or unstable in any way, because again, this Tower card can talk about the foundation crumbling in some way. So it's like at the very most, I would say, I was about to say least, but really the most is like having the universe to lean on. And sometimes that can be, walking by faith and not by, it's like walking by faith, not by sight. That even though things may be chaotic and maybe you're trying to figure out like, okay, well, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I manage this? How do I find my balance and things like that? It's like, I don't know, kind of this message, you don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to focus on, again, the like daily routine, your day-to-day, moment-to-moment, right here, right now, kind of focus so that you're not getting too caught up with what has already happened, and also not getting fearful, doubtful, worried, anxious, whatever it may be, stressed out about what hasn't happened yet. Because again, talking about the mystery of this new journey, this new beginning that you're stepping into, can feel a little scary, but there's nothing to be scared about, because you have everything that you need, and you have the courage and strength to stay in the moment and focus on what you can do versus just letting the rocky foundation and whatever this is cause you to feel like that, there's nothing you can do when there is. I hope that's helping in some way, but let's get one more card and then we'll get a mindful message for you. Yes, illumination. So this is the sun card. It's like sometimes when I get this card, I hear that song, "Here comes the sun, do 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 do." But I really love this because it's just like you are going to see things clearly. You may not see them right now because everything is a little chaotic. Maybe it's kind of like I get this imagery in my mind's eye of being in a storm. A storm rolls through and things can be dark and chaotic and blurry and things of that nature. And I'm getting this, there's something I learned, which I thought is really interesting and a good representation of kind of this message here about, I think it was like bison or ox or bulls or something. I don't remember exactly, but it's like the livestock of cows, like when a storm, like just imagine a pasture or a valley or something like that, and a storm is rolling through, and it's like the cows and the goats and things like would run, or horses. There's a horse in here too, so I don't know if you're a horse sign in Chinese astrology. That's coming through for some of you. I am as well, so maybe some of you connect with that. Anyways, what I'm just trying to say is that a lot of livestock will run away from the storm, but it's kind of like, if you imagine the storm coming through and the livestock is running away, then it's just this constant, moving, but the storm is eventually going to catch up with the livestock, and so it's like trying to not avoid anything. This is one message. It's like not avoiding the storm, because avoiding the storm is just going to prolong it and be more challenging for you to weather, because if you're trying all your might to like run away from something or not, or avoid it, then it's something that can be even more challenging when you do go through this change, or you'll feel even more lost and confused as you're going through this like darkness or confusion or mystery path, so to speak. But what I also want to say, which I think is even more powerful, is that the ox or bison or bull or whatever it was in the story, I can't remember verbatim, but basically they would run into the storm because it's like the storm is coming, and when you run towards it, then you're closing that gap, and you're like it happens faster, because if you just like pass it in a lot quicker amount of time. And so this is part of like stepping into this Leo energy, which this is Leo with the sun, which we are again in Leo season now. This is a time to tap into your strength, not letting this intense chaotic feeling or situation cause you to lose your balance, stability, and security, and also knowing how powerful you truly are to be able to not just weather the storm, but it's like riding the storm in some way, or like dancing in the rain kind of energy. I hope that was tying together as I meant it, but I'm just trying to say in all of that is that to keep moving forward, to not run away from anything that is coming up, that is trying to get your attention, and that things are going to get better. This too shall pass, and you will be happy. There's more sunflowers here too. So not only do you have sunflowers in the Sarah's card, but you have sunflowers in the sun card. So it's like you being able to, again, focus on what is working for you. Try not to get lost in the storm of this big change in your life. And again, I feel like the more that you kind of take those steps to move towards taking the small steps is what I want to say. Taking the small steps, doing the daily tasks, the little things to make yourself feel better, to find grounding, peace, serenity, balance, things of this nature, mind, body, and soul. the more that you're going to be able to ride this wave. But this illumination is saying clarity and joy are breaking through, lighting your path with vitality. Embrace the warmth of this moment and let your inner light shine. Success and happiness are within reach. Step forward with confidence and gratitude. Perfect, perfect message of everything that I've been saying. Yeah, and rest. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords. So make sure that you are taking time out to meditate and to relax and to recuperate, to ease your mind, body, and soul, trusting and having faith that even though you may not see how things are going to change, you can know and trust in spirit that it's got your back. And I feel like you'll have other people too that will be supportive as well. I hope this makes sense. But wow, okay, so I was starting to shuffle the Mindful Messages deck and then two cards popped out. And I feel like this is in perfect alignment because not only do you have Creator of Happiness, which this makes me feel like Sun energy, which is what we just pulled. This is you having the control over how you choose to look at things. Because you can choose to be pessimistic, you can choose to be optimistic. So and you can either feel like a victim or step into your power and take control of the situation as best as you can. I'm not saying you got to be perfect, no one is, but it's just being able to try and do your best with what you've got and be appreciative of what you do have, and also trusting that things are coming your way, and that like with these planets aligning, there is this alignment. And it speaks so perfectly with alignment that the more you're in alignment, the more that you are allowing things to come in that are in alignment. And that's what's going to illuminate you, awaken your mind, enlighten you to like help you remember that you are the creator of your reality and that you have more creative control over how you are responding to your situations. And also the more that you're in alignment, the more you're open to opportunities, blessings, and that divine impulse and inspiration to act and move towards what is going to bring about success and joy and this victory. Yeah, my nose is itching very strongly, which is just a confirmation for me from spirit, letting me know that you're on the right path, and this will make sense for whoever it's for. So I hope this is helping. But this Creator of Happiness says, I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It is not dependent. Wait. It is not dependent on any outside source or individual, therefore it cannot be taken away. Yeah, so don't let this current chaotic situation take away your joy and happiness, because even when there's chaos going around you, there's always things that you can find to be joyful about. It just takes deliberate focus, but you can do it. So this says it can always be found within me. Yes, so try to take that time out for yourself to find that alignment. And Coming My Way says, unique opportunities aligned with my desires present themselves to me. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. You see what I'm saying? Like literally keywords here. Opportunities aligned with my desires present themselves to me, meaning you don't have to go chase after these things. They will come to you. You just have to keep putting one step in front of the other and not be hard on yourself in this transition of letting go of an old version of yourself, person, place, or thing, which you could need healing for, because I'm kind of burping now, which tells me that there is like a releasing and letting go and having faith, letting go and letting God. And I was going to say something else, that and walking into this new beginning, which is a new path towards not only your joy and happiness, but attracting in your dreams into your reality. But it takes your belief in yourself and in the universe to allow these things to show themselves to you. Because again, it's not about you chasing after it, it's about attracting it in. I hope all of this was helping and making sense, Taurus. Kind of went a little longer than I expected, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe some of you need to hear it. Definitely let me know down below with a like, comment, subscribe. It really does help out. Thanks for choosing me to read your energy. And until next time, have a blessed day.